Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to teach you how to make these delicious crepes. All right everyone, so let's get to it. We're going to make these delicious crepes and I promise you, you are not going to want to go anywhere else to eat these because you will make it from the comfort of your own home. Trust me when I tell you that this will become a family and friends fave. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by grabbing our ingredients, our appliances. My personal favorite is the NutriBullet because it makes everything a lot easier. I am grabbing milk, my topping of choice, butter, eggs, sugar, vanilla. And don't worry, I'm going to put this all in the description below so you won't have to remember all of this right away. What we're going to start with first is with flour. Now you can choose whatever flour of your choice. If you want organic flour or wheat flour, whatever you'd like. I'm just using regular flour and I'm going to put 1 cup of flour in my mixing bowl. We will now go in with our sugar. I am going to be using 1 tablespoon of white sugar for this mix. After the sugar, I'm going to go in with 1 teaspoon of salt. I will now go in with my butter and I'm going to take 2 tablespoons. I love these sticks because it has it marked, so I know exactly where I need to cut. I'm going to take 2 tablespoons. I'm going to put it in a little bowl and then I'm going to put it inside the microwave for a little bit just to get it melted because we want the butter to be melted so we could be able to mix it with the rest of the mix. Now, before mixing everything all up, I'm going to take 2 whole eggs. I'm going to put it in a separate cup. I usually do this because, well, for one, if any kind of eggshell falls in it, at least I could catch it and it's not mixing in with all the flour. But also, I like to take out that little white yucky thing. I cannot stand to see that in anything that I do with eggs, so I always make sure to remove it, and I do it with a fork. I did it to both eggs here before I started mixing. I'm actually curious to know, do you guys take this out too, or is this just a me thing? Because I'm not sure if this is something that everybody does. I just kind of get grossed out by it, so I have to do it. Okay, but let me not get sidetracked. Let's take our eggs. We're going to mix it with the rest of our ingredients. We're then going to go in with some milk. Milk of your choice, of course. I've been using fat-free or 2%. The good thing about recipes like this is that you can basically substitute anything with whatever you actually use. And because you're probably accustomed to that taste, it's going to taste great to you. For me, I've been doing fat-free, which I never thought in a million years I'd do, but here I am using fat-free milk or 2%. So I used 1 1/4 cup of milk for this mix. And then I am going in with now our melted butter. We're going to add that to the mix, and then we're going to go in with our vanilla. I like to get my vanilla from Costco. I don't know, it's really good, and I think it's more price efficient than getting it at the supermarket, but that's just me. I am now adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla to this mix as well. We're going to whisk it a little bit, but I am not worried. A lot of people, they try to sift their flour. I do not do that because that's what my little blender is for, and it makes things so much easier. This mix is different from pancakes. It is supposed to be thin. They are called crepes. If you make them too thick, they might as well be pancakes. And I just realized I said NutriBullet before, but I have the magic bullet as I am actually seeing the label on it right now. So I'm pouring it here. As you can see, it looks rough because the blender is going to do all of the mixing. Now, don't worry, if you don't have a blender, you don't really need one. You can just mix it until your arm falls off. I'm kidding. But I just find this to be so much easier, and it makes the consistency of the batter like perfect. So I'm going to go in, and I'm going to go in batches because I do have the rest of the mix still sitting in the bowl, but I want to smooth out any lumps that I have in the first batch, and then I'll go ahead and add the rest of it. I go in for about 10 to 15 seconds with this, and then that's when I'll add the rest of my batter and then get it all nice and thinned out. And I will leave it here because it's just easier to pour when I'm pouring it on the pan. This is the consistency I want to see. And now I will go in with the rest of the batter just to combine everything and make sure that all the ingredients are really mixed in well together. Now I have this pan that is excellent for making crepes. It's actually a crepe maker. It came with like a whole kit with the wooden spoon and all the things. I'm right now here preheating it. But honestly, you can probably use a nice flat pan if you have one. It's probably easier to handle with. If you have a handle, it's easier to spread around the mix. I personally don't like using the little wooden spoon and all of the things. I just kind of use this, and you're going to be laughing at the way that I actually spread the batter because I just did not want to use the wooden spoon. But if you have the tools and you feel comfortable using them, then go right ahead. I'm over here cutting up my toppings. So my topping of choice for my crepes are strawberries. I love strawberries with the white sauce, and I'm going to talk to you real quick about the white sauce. I use the Ghirardelli white chocolate sauce. I've used the other one, which I don't know if the brand is Toriani or something. And by far, the Ghirardelli white chocolate sauce is far more superior. Trust me on this one. Trust me on this one. It is amazing. So a little bit of a story. My friend and I, we used to go to this place. I'm not going to name what the place was. And they used to make these crepes. We fell in love with them. They happened to close down their shop by us. And this was many, many years ago. I happened to try this recipe. And I got really close. I tried it with first the Toriani white chocolate. And it was good. But then I was just like, no, let's use the white chocolate that they used to use back at the place that we used to go to. And we knew it was the Ghirardelli one because we used to be obsessed with it. When I tell you that the Ghirardelli white chocolate was the game changer, that was the sauce that won the crepes. That is what made my crepes taste amazing. So Ghirardelli white chocolate, you can find it in my storefront. Shameless plug. Yes, I know. You can find it in my storefront because it will be there under baking needs. And you can order that on Amazon. As you see here, I've already flipped it. I added my white chocolate sauce, my strawberries. These cook really fast because they're very thin, and you can just keep on looking under. And once you see that little toasty side, it's ready to flip. And it's actually easy to flip once it starts to get a little bit hard. And yes, because we love the white chocolate sauce, I go in a few times with this. This is a judgment-free zone, so yeah, let's not judge me for all of the white chocolate. But yeah, as you can see, it's easier to maneuver once it is already cooked. And then I'm going to plate it. This one was not my prettiest, but of course, because I was filming, it's going to look like this, right? Because why would it actually be perfect as I usually try to make it look? And then of course, my son had used all of the whipped cream. So I was left with this little bit of whipped cream. And after I have filmed it, I was like, we're just going to have to post it either way. So you could also use your favorite whipped cream. I had this one on hand. I try to make it look cute. I am not the most aesthetic person when it comes to food. My daughter has far better presentation skills than I do, but I try, I really do try to make it look pretty. And fruit and whipped cream, how can you actually go wrong? Except again, I ran out. But I have this, I have my white chocolate because I'm going to put some more white chocolate. And then I have my confectioner's sugar as a extra topping. Now, please remember that these are the strawberries and cream crepes. You could use this batter, make your crepe, and you can make it with whatever. So if your heart desires to put Nutella and bananas, then go ahead and do it. It really is whatever topping you like. Thank you for watching. I hope you try this recipe. And if you do or plan to, please let me know in the comments below. I appreciate having you guys here. Have a blessed one.